Hey world, continuing X's story here. Like I said, I don't know how many of you will be able to continue X's story because this seems like this is going to be going on for a while with the way I'm trying to explain and interject my own comments and tell the story of X here. So pretty much to X's displeasure with the environment and the situation, pretty much it's a business casual type of environment, and with that being the case there, sometimes it's business professional for wearing professional dress pants, dress shirts, ties, maybe sometimes even a coat. So suit and tie sometimes. Now, being that X happens to be working in a service desk type environment, X totally understands the notion of the clothes makes the man, of if you dress as a professional, you may feel like a professional. Sounds reasonable, you know, and it puts you in that frame set, that mindset. Sure, plausible. But at the same time here, X is in an environment where X is pretty much stuck on the phone 8 hours a damn day, pretty much putting up with people's shit all damn day long, wearing uncomfortable clothing. So that makes no damn sense. That's how I would feel if I was in X's position. Now, let's see here. So, with the events that happened from the first segment, more and more each day, X feels that this is not the job for X. X feels that X wants to be out in the field. X wants to have hands-on with equipment. X wants to rack and stack. X wants to set up and build, configure. And X wants to interact with clients in person, build rapport, and to go build computers and networks and workstations and work on physical hardware and equipments. Basically, X doesn't want to feel confined in some cube or desk, growing more lethargic by the moment. And so, continuing in this segment after that recap is X happens to get called in for another meeting with X's boss. And this is after X took a vacation. So X came back and during the meeting, boss goes through and asks X how X thought X was doing. X tells boss that X believes X is doing well, and that X has been following up on what boss and the other representative leads has been telling X, to basically open more calls, to escalate them, to keep them under the 15-minute mark. X asked boss if this wasn't the case, and boss goes, no, it is. So X was doing what X's boss and X's other representative leads was telling X to do. So then, this was basically X's minor or preliminary performance review. And during this meeting, X's boss starts waving disciplinary forms in X's face and says that the boss was going to be writing in these forms, but don't think of them as disciplinary forms. Think of them as performance. And X's boss goes that I was going to write in these, but I decided not to. So X just said thank you. Now, let me interject here and commentate on that part. If I was in X's position, first of all, waiving the disciplinary forms, if I was in that position, if waving that in my face and then telling me you're not going to write in that, what's the point of that? Is that to make me feel gratitude for you not writing me up? So you want me to thank you? And two, if you were going to write in it, go ahead and write in it. Because if I was getting written up, I certainly would like to know what the hell for. So in that case, it's X had to be grateful for X's boss to not write X up in a disciplinary form, and X, if I was X, would be thinking, what the hell are you writing me up for? Write me up for what? What's the disciplinary? What are you gonna write in that form? But with that aside, so nothing was written in the disciplinary forms that X's bosses waived in front of X. And see here. Of course, I'm trying to go through and tell you, the viewers, the story of X with trying to be anonymous with gender and X and names and company. Here, so give me a moment as I try to sort this out in my mind to express this out. So then, boss goes through and shows X another series of stats for the week. And with that, the stats shows numbers of everyone on the team, and the numbers range from basically 1 to 110 or so. And with that, the numbers that X and X's co-worker, who happens to share the same afternoon second shift, is in the 70 to 80s respectively. So X got supposedly 75, X's co-worker got 75. Now with that, what does that mean? That means that X's co-worker got basically 2 more calls each day. Whoopie-doo. Or maybe 10 in one day, or 5 in one day, 3 here, 1 there, 2 there. However many you want to dissect it to give the co-worker 10 more calls. And so with that, I'll continue this segment in the next video.